hello, hello! I'm not here! Where'd I go? Oh no. That's actually a huge problem. This Casa doesn't like to load up. If Streamlabs is not working, or is not open first, I might have to do a quick restart. I did it! Oh, she doesn't like to show up sometimes. Uh-oh. My whole system, everything's crashing. Hold on, she actually did break. Come on, Casa. Come on. One more time. Hey, there she goes. I gotta give her a second. Move her over here. Hello, hello, hello! I am Kasasagi Uzaki, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's hop in and say hi to Q. Somewhere in here. Hello, hello, Q. Hello.
Oh.
Oh, you are very quiet.
Oh no, I will
Oh,
talk.
you gotta use your big voice. I think we talked to all these people yesterday. Somewhere out there, across the water, is Yagiri and Gogetsu's homeland. Woe betide any enemy foolish enough to attack by sea. Now, if the Garleans were to bring their airships, on the other hand... The Hingans built this land as a bulwark against invasions, and filled it with enough cannons to sink an armada. One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, as Soroban well knows. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the confederacy to claim your vessel and your life should you resist. Look at this badass Lalafell next to us. This man kills. Storm? Hell yeah. But this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. Akali, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you should find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Well, at least we have to swim now.
But there's lava. I have to imagine it's very hot.
I don't know enough about anything.
Look at that Lalafell go!
Right? It's booking it. Stormpaw is so strong and brave.
What a hero.
This should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gil says I beat you there. Looking for air currents?
I need to fly as soon as possible.
As do we all. If Lise actually beats us there, I'm going to be a little upset. Well, they all beat us there. We are Boo Boo the Fools. Not that I have anything against the occasional dip in the ocean, but to dive in on a whim is a bit... Oh, what spirit you two have to delight in this simple joy so readily. Not bad. We'll call it a draw. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves? Follow me, my friends. The one whom you must speak with is a man, named Tensui. Actually, Miss Q, can you make sure my volume is working on stream?
Sure, I will have to...
I actually, my meters aren't working, so I actually have no way to gauge it.
Okay, give me a sec. Alright, start talking.
I am talking.
You sound pretty good.
Does the game sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I accidentally clicked ahead. I'm sure he had nothing important to say. Yeah, because my little bars aren't moving, which is how and I was like, oh shit. I can't tell if the game's too loud or not loud enough. We'll assume it's fine. Somebody somewhere will eventually tell us. Yeah, Streamlabs has been acting a touch wonky for me lately. Just by not, like, loading up the things that I need. This one is tense.
You missed an aether current.
Okay, this one is Tensui. Come, introduce yourselves. Ugh, my clothes have mostly dried. But they're a bit, clingy. Still no regrets. Doma's position in the Confederacy could be described as one of guaranteed acceptance. They are pirates, aye, but they adhere to a code and are stabilizing force in the Ruby Sea. I wonder, Lemons and pirates have been known to say things like "arg," but surely the pirates on the opposite side of the world would use different expressions. Or ooh, or aru, perhaps? Aru. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Akalayana, I am Tensui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss.
Oh, am I in your way?
No, I'm looking to see... I have another class which could take these quests, but I do not. I let Dancer have too many and Dragoon got left behind. Tensui's face betrays nothing as he looks you up and down. You wish to pay the Ruby Tith, yes? With your guild, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Does the sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite temptatious of late. I cannot say with confidence that it would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price does do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you come from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their lives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before a Koban, so I will consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirate are talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. surely not. Oh, surely yes. Couldn't get away with that in ARR. Nope.
My spot.
You stand right on it like an asshole.
This time was on purpose. The last time was not.
I'm questing here.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Jesus Christ, Lise. This is the same fucking problem.
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, Our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Doma is but one of many provinces under Imperial control, filled with people who have had to find ways to cope with a bitter reality. So they really don't care what happens to Doma. I can't. I refuse to believe that. That's not what it is. She's we just had this fucking conversation in Garabanya. It's not that they don't want to, it's that they can't. Because if they rebel, the Garlean Empire will kill them all. Exactly. And while they've got what they've got going here isn't great, it's pretty good. The Confederacy has like a whole thing going. Like sometimes for people, living is enough. And that's just all there is to it. What are we waiting for? Come, Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think about it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Perhaps he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. We got through this at the one time, didn't we? God dang you. Pufferfish. It attacked me. I wasn't gonna be able to do the talk to them without killing it.
I was able to sneak away.
Oh, he turned around. But I was not gonna make it over here and be able to have conversations. He was right there. I am sure he has his reasons for his odd behavior, and I should like very much to hear them. Trust requires honesty. I told you he would not abandon us. Oh good, he's still here. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. So you understand. God may be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then. Now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. These are still not going to be as good as what we are wearing. Because you're 270, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is good enough. Soroban is in high spirits. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. That reminds me. Cully, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plan? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we need to be mistaken by, for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're one of the engine from the beach? Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tensui said. On the other hand, if you were to pursue our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you at a fair price. Didn't even take all my home. Impossible. Even if we need not fear the Confederacy, why can't I say it?
Confederacy?
Confederacy. There's a letter I want to say before M. There's no telling what manner of Imperial presence we will find waiting for us. We must be careful. Next stop, Othard and Doman. Doma, we're coming, Yagiri. What are we standing around for? Did you not hear what Tansui said? The Viceroy must be stopped. You've spoken with the Confederates up above? Then excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard, right? All aboard. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tensui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore and some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. It would have been silly to try and swim all the way here. At least this time. Still have your bearings? I know it can be difficult when you're on the water. At long last, I am returned to my homeland. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach, and by this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. So we have finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Garabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this fishing village Tensui was talking about. It maybe will. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere, I think. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We can't. Not now.
She's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. to say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
What do you think of Yatsuyu?
She is not a good person.
I love her. She is 100% bad person, but I think she does bad person well. And she's such a classic. She's got such a trope look, you know, with the long dark hair and this. She looks so much like Yukako from XXX. Exactly. It is in fact imping time. Holic. I feel like if we had the Japanese on, she would be doing the big oh laugh. She's just got that whole look. You heard him. Let's go. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gogetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. She's right. This is not like the Reach. This is worse. They were defenseless. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are in Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying like, as you are doubtless already aware... Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do. Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. Save our strength, for any that give chase. You too, Akali. But I am a dancer. That is to say, a conduit. Hell yeah, let's go. That is how it be. You hit the wall, the leveling wall. So what you can do, Zath, is if you go to your duty finder, you can do roulettes, and roulettes give you tons and tons of XP. And what it'll do, it'll give you a random roulette for depending on what level you are. So you should have leveling for sure. You probably only have the leveling roulette. And I don't know if you've unlocked guild heists, but guild heists don't give enough XP anyway. I'm gonna kill this one too. And if that doesn't get you there... it should get you close. Otherwise, Fates in Central Kurthus are real good too. But do your leveling roulette first, because if that doesn't get you close, Yep, that's how I got to level, because the gap was... I believe the gap was 46. It might still be that huge of a gap. It's 46, and then it jumps to, like, 49. Yeah, and I had to do Fates. Whew, that went better than expected. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Yeah, a leveling roulette is the best way to go. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Of course, if your leveling roulette gives you one of the 3 trials you've done, that's a big, SOL. You can keep running it. Dungeon XP is good XP. You can also always wait, Duty Finder has certain... So, my leveling roulette right now is a healer in need. You can wait till it's tank in need. It will eventually become tank in need, and you'll get bonus experience. And it updates in real time. So that's the way of it. Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own aetherite. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Yeah, you won't get the XP on your tank if you do it on heal. Oh, these are cute little boots. There's no mistaking it. It has to be them. Alizé seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. It would seem we found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gogetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor? The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire? Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tip. Look who I found. This should make things easier. What wind brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Orthard's shores? Trial XP doesn't give you very much XP. It's very, very little. I actually don't think, unless it's roulette, trial gives you any XP. The fastest way to do it would be your most recent dungeon. If you don't want to do the leveling roulette, it should be your most... If you're 49... 47 would be... It's not Stone Vigil. It's the... there's a different dungeon. There's a 47 dungeon. That's optional. What brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Orthard's shores? It is in Kurthis, though. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject? No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Ratio. Just like that. An audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We just need to choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Reverence Toll. Oh,
Have you always been good with people, Lise?
No, she's an idiot. She was just pretending to be an idiot when she was Ida, but now she's just actually an idiot. I hate to be so hard on her, but god damn it.
She was pretending.
I don't know, there was like this airheadedness. Her whole character's different now. Is she like talked all wispy like this? On second thought,
deflated doesn't mean that the stupid is gone.
I know. I feel bad constantly hating on her, but Christ Almighty. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't be the one to do this. Hey, there we go. Self-awareness. It's never this simple, not with pirates. And if they're anything like Cavalian, then may the gods have mercy on us all. There he is, then, our illustrious leader. Speak. No need to be shy. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh god, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gogetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Azari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible, for us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything that we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all the pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. The captain's word is final. Can't say I didn't warn you. All ties that bind a man must be renounced without exception, if he is to find a place here. Former lovers and bitter enemies alike must learn to bury their past and work side by side, or else be cast out. No matter how deep a man's hatred may run, he cannot let them dictate his actions. The good of the Confederacy takes precedence over all. Precedence. Hey, Akali. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gogetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis a little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. I didn't even see it. I was just hopping. Fine. Why no let me jump? This game is a prison. They've got plenty to eat by the look of it, though. It's mostly the same stuff. I wonder if they trade much with outsiders. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, they are mostly empty. Taking an interest in the ship. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. Confederacy favors flotillas, a smaller ship to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like the Sikabune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, and what with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Had a good look around. Then we just need to wait for Lise. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said. I have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I think the situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come to conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. We have learned about the eastern bow. Afumi has no patience for seasick pirates. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? Huh? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Akakomo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless dome and bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly! Come at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful does a lot of Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. Kajaka is nodding sagely in your direction. You strike me as a strong, capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach, far to the west, lies the carcass of a Guki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Guki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sword, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother turns up to mourn its child. Aramani is not a man accustomed to being kept waiting. You there, you! Have you seen a bumbling clod of Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. What the? You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. There was an all-tank group that did one of the ultimate fights, which is the hardest fights in the game. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Bahamut? Ultimate Ballad of Bahamut? You cast about for a Confederacy recruit, and at last spy a young Ari man lurking behind the rocks to the west. So eventually paladins get a healing spell that's called Clemency, and it is extremely powerful healing spell. It actually is stronger than a most healers Cure 2 and stuff. Yeah, you'll get a spell called Clemency, and you can crit yourself for like 80k. At level 80, which is more than a crit Cure 2 will do. It's bullshit. Oh yeah, it's absurdly strong. The problem is it costs 2000 MP, so it's not like you can spam it on yourself. It's like a very expensive healing spell. But it's a good healing spell. Who are you? You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those who sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters, and I lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Oh, I thought I clicked it, and before I realized it, I was reading the same thing. Yeah, you can get pretty far as Paladin. I think the only downside to Paladin is that you don't get your gap closer to level 72. And you didn't even have a gap closer for ages and ages. Hell yeah, excuse me, sir. Ugh, why does it shift and shutter still? Medicines, give them here! They may look down on me for my resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You're as kind as Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Oh no, I'll come back for you.
No, that's fine. I am strong.
Oh yeah, we are still looking for that seal. I thought we missed it for a second. Or it's technically a walrus, I guess. Oh right, we gotta cut the tail. I was like, what the hell else are we doing? You have been away for some time, perhaps in search of young Gookie corpse? Here's your arrows. Here's your meat. I see. I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. One that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gookie as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows, too, must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day, we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of a vengeful Gookie by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he's been standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It's good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. You can do that. Rest in peace, Zeth. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns asleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his land and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you, too, will renounce your ties to join us someday. I mistook you for a group before, but I know your tale now. Tensui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Hearsay is impressed by your industrious nature. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly, so it happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like.
You gotta grab the fish.
You didn't just give them to me like every other quest here? But they stinky.
Yeah, that's why he didn't just give them to us.
They stinky.
They are stinky.
Just like you. I was like, did he not say sharks? But there it is. Oh, look at you go. Yeah, you can get something similar to it as a mount if you fish. But it's very difficult to do. There's these things called ocean voyages where you and a group of I think 24 other people, sometimes the boats are not that full, you all fish and you fish as much as you can and you rack up a score. I can give you a guide for that. I'll put it in Final Fantasy 14. After stream. Yes, yes, yes. Big chunk.
I love him.
Getting yourself into mis- Oh, I'm going the wrong way, actually. I thought we did everything.
I thought so too, but... Oh, we have to look for the pirates.
We have to look for the guys. Yeah, it just occurred to me.
I'm waiting for you.
Thank you. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Oh, my dancing hit this bubble thing.
Water sprites don't like dancing.
People die. And I dance. Oh, you wouldn't get... That's a Final Fantasy X reference. Oh, Kami. Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked if we were Doman. They're Yatsuya's catchers. I know it. First Azari, now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. There's a... in Final Fantasy X, Yuna is a summoner, and she does these dances to like send souls on their way. But man, does Final Fantasy X have some lines, and so Tidus is like narrating the story, and he goes, "People die, and Yuna dances." It was just like. And so it's constantly taken out of context. People die. I dance. Oh, there you are, Akali. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lyse made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I am told. I should like to think we've proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yatsuyo has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot.
Because now they're messing with his people.
Exactly. Let's get this over with, shall we?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Yes. Yeah.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Of the two people here with me, absolutely. Do you even need to ask, I would say.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Bold claims and even bolder promises. I should be interested to see if you can live up to them. Thank you for placing your faith in me. All that remains is to carry out our promise, ambitious as it is. Though Rashu is a man of few words, he has some left to say. So, alone you deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue in the Isle of Beko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her.
Oh boy. Where is Lise?
Good question. Oh, there it is. There's the shark mount. So you can get this by fishing. I love this mount. It jumps really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at it go. The way it dives. This one's jumping.
Wow. Oh,
I
and
know.
they can fly too.
Yeah, every mount in this game can fly.
Bastards. I want to fly.
Yeah, they have very cool movements. Oh my god, so the fishing you have to do is you have to get 10,000 points on the fishing, ocean fishing. You will be able to fly, so all mounts can fly, Zap. Every mount in this game can fly. Once you finish the main ARR story, every mount in Eorzea, well, not every mount, you can fly in all the zones that you have currently unlocked immediately. It just happens. Bam. Every zone after that, so when you get to Heavensport and Stormblood, is a much more labored process. Because they don't want you flying and completing quests super easy. They want you to explore the world and stuff. Also, there are some zones that are locked by, like, they don't want you to see it until you get there for storytelling purposes, so you can't just fly and explore the whole place right away. And I can truthfully say the last zone in Shadowbringers, they do this. Chef kiss. But yeah, you will be able to fly immediately once you finish your ARR story. Huh? Akali, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. Exactly. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's nothing like that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where it came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save, and we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Gerbanya, I was in Limsa visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a pastier, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I'd ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one, when this is all over. Akali too, and I won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright. Y'shtola too, when she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. There's actually a short story of them going to this pastry. Not you, though. Because, your warrior of light can be anybody. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I was ready to, like, bounce across the water like you do in WoW. With your mount. Just the... pathetically splashing along. Red, blue. Wait, didn't Sorbonne say something about this before? I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest it looks the same to me as however many other islands are around here. Raisha said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Oof.
You almost missed?
It's just very far. It's just a very far leap.
Guess you missed.
You missed.
I did. I missed the second one.
What? Yeah, that was the one I almost missed. Oh, I got close though. There's a side quest in here that you have to do it perfectly.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, actually, am I going the right way?
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Is that light I see up ahead? We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Of course. Soroban said he was a Kojin of the Blue, didn't he? Pleased though I am to see you again, I am confused. Were you not bound for Othard? How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban that about our situation. If anyone can help us here, if anyone here can help us, it's him. Which one's cuter? Ooh, that one. Soroban! Hey, there you go. Soroban is curious to learn why you are here. So tell me, friends, what strange tide bears you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well. I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. And it is the MMO way of things.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our red brothers live by the sword, we blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the red falls unjustly upon the blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Whatever it is we've got to do, we'll do it, right? I mean, what other choice do we have? 1,000 gods, found within the great and the small. Rather different from Eorzea and her 12, but I have heard of stranger things. In some lands, for instance, a man refuses to acknowledge the existence of all but a single god. Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search of the priceless treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, the most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of the Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel, bearing it into their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos the Magitama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers, however. Were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore we turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours. I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning? Fear not! There is a ritual I can form to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested unigari carpice. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Akali, would you go find an iniku and relieve it of its carapace? I believe that's going to be out there somewhere. Actually, if memory serves. We should be able to grab them both. I'll use my range so that we don't lose the one. Oh, we did lose the one. They want us to not be doing exactly what it is we're doing. Oh, hell yeah! I got 2! No!
Come back!
No, we're gonna lose the other one. They don't want us to be pulling them like this. Alright, I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna jump those rocks. Here we go. What? What? Wait. Wait. Yeah. Can you do it?
Let's see. I think I can do it mounted.
Yeah, it's easy to do mounted. That last one is really hard on but I might have not lined it up properly.
You okay?
I'm having a very hard time with my voice. I hope that wasn't on stream. Or you could just hear
No,
me.
no.
Okay. Well, you have the Inaku carapace. How splendid they are! The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it, the ruby coral you wanted. And I have the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though, I realize now that you may have met yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths to find Yasakani no Magitama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the 3 of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time. The area which we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is the region to the west. The shellless of Soi no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not! The rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shusai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. I hope this still looks cute when I... Oh, hell yeah. quite the blessing. Quite how this blessing is supposed to keep us from drowning remains to be seen. I can hardly wait! A new dancer weapon. Oh, it's specifically Gunbreaker and Dancer. That's very funny. You might as well grab the Gunbreaker, if you've grabbed Gunbreaker.
I do have Gunbreaker.
Sorbonne is about to show you a shining, shimmering, splendid new world. Are we ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Don't you dare close your eyes. Then let us go to western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual.
That was the wrong movie, but I like.
Wait,
the
wasn't it
spirit.
shining, shimmering, splendid?
But then you said, "Don't you dare close your eyes."
That's part of the. That's part of
Oh shit, you're right.
It's a whole new world.
Oh my god, I'm a fool.
Don't you try. What were you thinking?
I don't know.
You've embarrassed yourself. This is the place, right? I'm not sure. I like the look of that whirlpool. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Wow, Oh, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Owing to Sorbonne's blessing, you may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tanamazu and Soinosato can be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, you need only swim upwards to the spacebar. Conversely, to dive into deep water while swimming, press Control plus spacebar. Should you become separated from your speed, speak with Sorbonne in Tamarazu to mount a striped ray. You can swim in any areas of Stormblood, and but not in Heaven's Ward and Realmborn, because they are different instances. As you can kind of, well, not instances exactly, but you can see there's a whole zone under here. Thank you for the beams. This must be Soinosato, the rain village of Soroban, told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. You may now perform underwater emotes. Find prettier webs. I'll admit, I had my doubts, but this is a blessing worthy of the name. One cannot help wondering what other magics the Kojin possess. Lise would not delay in beginning the search for the Yasakani no Magatama. I see. If this is Soinosato, then Shiosai the Overseer should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals may be able to point us in his direction. Though, now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. I blame this cowboy, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he's up here. But I think he is on this rock. So, this is our man? Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Akali and Alice. We're looking for the overseer of Soinosato, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin of the Blues sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor would I ever claim to be one. I am the high priest of Shisoi of the Violet Tides. Yeah, that's the one. I did it right. So you are the man we are looking for. Great, we need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakani no... Stop. I will hear no more. We will not suffer outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. This little thing agrees. Quiet, Asobi, or there will be no dango for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. At the very least, sir, you might consent to tell us of your village and of why you are so loath to show us the most basic courtesy? Soino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, Sovereign of Shusui, we reign, enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives, but it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. And that we are. Our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has never been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so ever shall it be. Forgive, forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not, but this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Soy no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. Everywhere we go, it's the same. Go away, we don't want any. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but some stupid part of me just can't Oof. But some stupid part of me just can't help hoping for the best. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly Garabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Kogetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and it's still filthier clientele.
Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Cayenne. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make her pay.
Alize's side tells you all you need to know about her state of mind. We seem to have reached an impasse, and to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Akali? We could find some red Kojin and encourage them to talk with our fists. The thought of administering a little encouragement does have its appeal, but I would need to be convinced that the red Kojin knew anything before resorting to violence. You are the ones that came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. Mine apologies, I did not mean to startle you. My name is Anahami, and this is my wife, Yungani. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we would very much like to hear it. May I ask why? If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion, and we have heard naught from her since. It would be too much to hope that you would know of her, but her name is Yaguri. Kami be praised, she lives. She lives. We're looking for her too, actually, but I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Soino Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yangsha. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of Doma's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She came convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yaguri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who only wanted to keep her people safe, surely there is something we can do for these people, they who gave her aid and succor when no other would. I am but a humble stones mason, but if this Yasakani no Magitama you seek, I may be yet of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light, under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east, though the currents may have spirited away her cargo. You should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We'll do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her. We will, I promise. We actually want to take this. Kurine is staring intently at you. You are a woman from above? I am Kurine, sister to the Ruby Princess, the ruler of these seas. Your bearing bespeaks a strength and courage you possess. I have been waiting for one such as yourself to arrive. Though not many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shusi of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had come to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the palace. The incantation he muttered instead drew forth a terrible spirit, which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar wraiths of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shusui immediately evacuated everyone and has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony. None but Shusui and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shusui of the Violet Tides to prevent any of the wraiths within from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shoisui grows more convinced by the hour that we must destroy the dome and everyone within it, including my sister. I beseech you, woman of the land, lend me your might. Please find a way to save her. I will see that she is kept from danger. Thank you. Truly, I know not what I would have done had you said no. Now, please follow me. We must go speak to Shoisei. I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we all will regret. just go around. Oh, this stupid balloon. There we go. I'm just going to jump off again, like last time. And you are... We just talked, my man. Lady Kunai, what brings you here? What? My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was of you to entrust another with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know not of. What other choice did I have? When the seal breaks, we will be forced to drown the palace and all the souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people than turning to outside help? And you think that this woman has some hidden power capable of delivering Soino Sato from untold disaster? I realize it's not in your nature to ask for assistance, but like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome would be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this woman's aid. You have the right of it. Very well. I will give your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed with my life. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into Shusi of the Violet Tides. I presume you are aware where it is located? Not to worry, I shall show her there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there is one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I have told you. It is nothing that affects our current predicament, but is nevertheless a lie I mean to set straight once this is all over. Forgive me. It was something I could tell you now, I would. I think where our two places are very closely entwined. Ooh. We will collect our, we'll do our MSQ stuff while we are heading there, though, of course. If this wreck is the self-same vessel of which Sorbonne spoke, then if the gods are good, the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Akali. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. To find the Yasakani no Magatama, you will need to search the area marked on your map. Use your lamp to pinpoint the precise location of the treasure and claim it. For an instant, you spy a flash of light. You are getting closer.
Found it.
Did you really? Oh,
Yeah,
I was
first
right
try.
there. First try. Shut up.
It was! I didn't use the lamp.
There, peeping out from beneath a fine layer of sand, you spy something shimmering. I'll kick your whole ass.
I mean, I heard you use it and say the line. I'm like, oh, it must be near. And so I went right here, used the lamp for the first time, and I got it.
I'm gonna kick your whole ass. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. Kogetsu will have died of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you, Akali? No, I got the whole thing right here. Don't even worry about it. This is it? The Yasakani no Magitama? Exactly as Soroban described. It seemed our fortunes have finally changed for the better. As ever, Alice is eager to keep moving. Much as I would like to return and thank Igari's parents for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamamazu at once. Hold on to it for now, Akali. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then we can finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin. Alright, to the dungeons. These are the gates to the palace, and inside are the Ruby Princess and her guards. Thank you, Akali. Though he might not show it, Shosai is secretly very grateful to you too. The thought of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however, indirectly has been tormenting him. Now, there's not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you will be unable to pass through the gates without it. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
I do believe the gear that we will get in this dungeon is better than what we are currently wearing, or it will be on par. Usually the 73 stuff you can start to swap out. Heavens, Wardies. It's also some of my favorite gear in this expansion. There we go.
Wow, what a brave and charismatic bunny. I must subscribe. Just kidding, I was talking about Q's character. You've been sprightly served.
Thank you, Sprightly. That was very good. I got burned by Sprightly live on stream. Oh my god, that was funny. Did you hear any of that?
No. I
Oh
have
my
the
God.
stream turned down so I don't hear your voice.
Oh, that's
twice.
fair. I have to read this too. It's fucking hilarious. It's a so slightly resubscribe. And there's a message with it. And it goes, wow, what a brave and charismatic bunny. I must subscribe. And then there's a super long pause. And it goes, just kidding. I was talking about Q's character. You, the sprightly served.
Damn.
Sprightly's been subscribed for 7 months. We need to get the 1-year badges out. People getting close. I like that every now and then, Sprightly, you're like, I have to go to bed early, so I'm like responsible and stuff. And then the next day, there you are. And I really respect it, Sprightly, and that's the exact kind of attitude that I have. And boldly say, an attempt was made.
Where'd the other boy go?
Oh, so there's these little guys on the ground that will hit you. They're not actual mobs, though. They're just traps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of went back looking for him, and he was not there.
No, yeah, they're traps. I walked over it. I'm actually watching you stand in AoEs.
I am melting to death, and I need to change my air conditioner stuff.
Oh.
I did
You
that
need to grab
when
these
people
mobs.
were dying.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were more.
No, what you need to do after we kill this is say BRB.
No, I fixed it.
Oh. Oh, that's right, you have a remote.
I do have a
Fair enough. Alright, you good now?
Yes.
Sometimes I
special with this boy.
No, he'll sometimes spawn in ads, just make sure. Dodge AoEs, the usual. He'll move around a lot, I believe. Don't gotta worry too much. Yeah, we're at the point where you probably don't have to worry too much about bringing them to the far edge. We like to do a lot of movement mechanics. I have to go. Oh yeah, so get his legs. Now he's vulnerable. So kick his ass. I turned my game up super loud because Yatsuyo had that one super quiet line. And then she started screaming and I was like, Christ! She was like, savages!
I thought there was something wrong with my audio.
Yeah, I was like, why is she so quiet? I understand. Oh, there's the ad. I understand she was buttering. But I was like, and then like, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know how to solve that. I could barely hear her, and then have a sip. Yeah, and then like all of a sudden she was like, I'll kill you all. And I was like, oh Jesus. Yeah.
So what exactly is her issue?
I don't know if you caught Gogetsu's line about her being painted, a painted face sort of individual, and how she deserves better customers.
Oh, I see.
He was calling her a whore. And she was at one point. For right now, I suppose that assumes that's just like that was a insult. She's like, oh, name calling, but there was some truth behind that. So We know that about her. But she, for whatever reason, she betrayed her people. And serves the Empire. And that is all that we know. And then not necessarily an offhanded line, but there was a line about her being a lady of the night. Oh, careful there, Miss Q. You didn't have ammo.
Yeah, I'm losing it.
Make sure to use over whatever that called. It's called several times if you're starting to lose it. Just keep spamming it until because it creates an anonymity, so you just keep at it. Because you holding aggro is more important than you doing damage. Yeah, there you go. Actually, they're gonna keep shooting at us, so if you want to pull them all the way to these guys that are doing the shooting, that would be ideal. Yeah, there we go. And just throw on all your cooldowns. These guys hit you pretty hard. What up, Death? Oh yeah, Oran Vale sucks ass. It's the worst. Did you heal it or tank it? It's bad on both. Well, it's not so bad. Okay, so pull her, and I'll explain. Yeah, they do that. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna eventually go to the middle, and I can't remember what the attack is called, but I'll know it when I see it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna touch one of these boxes. But only when, yeah, so she's called, yeah, it's seduce, so get into the box, touch the box. Go ahead. Now stay out of the middle. And now you go back. Seduce. Oh no, this is just the kick. Oh, you became old too fast.
Mean to touch the box.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I hope your box resets itself before it's too late. Oh, cute. You gotta position yourself a little bit better. The thing about Oran Vale is it's built like a WoW dungeon, but you cannot do dungeons the way you do them in WoW. And it really just throws people off. It actually used to be worse. They nerfed that dungeon. Yeah, The second boss didn't have, there was no signs of what he did. You had to recognize it based on his movements. So there were no AoEs on the ground. He just randomly fired, randomly swung, and you had to learn. Yeah, that's why they did it, because they wanted you to... They just want you to learn. So that was like your first experience of certain types of mobs, or shapes of mobs, have the same... So all Cyclopses have the same sort of thing, and all, like, behemoth-looking monsters. They all have the same sort of moves. Oh, see that? Yeah. So the gear here is on par with what you have. You can grab that if you just want to see if the stats are better. They might be. Oh, I should have greeted on that. God. So grab these 3 mobs, and we're gonna pull them into this treasure room over here. Where the treasure
room?
Wait, this way.
Oh. I thought you meant the one all the way back there.
No. Hey, there you go, Zap. Congrats. Damn, we really did not get anything good. It was jewelry as far as the eye can see. Which is a damn shame. I will call things as we go. Kill the bubbles. And watch out for where the ripples in the water are. That's where she's gonna come up. Look away. Look away. Paladin sword, paladin shield, dragoon top, and the music. Goodbye. I do not have to thank you. You saved them, Akali. You saved all of them, even the Ruby Princess. While she is unharmed, she is currently unconscious. Shuisui has carried her to Soi no Sato, where she might rest undisturbed. It looks as though it will be a while before she wakes. Before we speak any further, however, let us return to the village. Did I gain anything? I forgot to... Gear. There's a little minion that can drop from that dungeon. It's one of the little pufferfish. You did a good job in there. Hey. Stora. I know where I want to stop today. I think we'll be able to get it done. We might go a little over. But definitely wanted to do this dungeon. Get it out of the way.
I think I'm lost.
How so?
I don't know where I am.
You gotta go up. You're very deep underwater.
Oh, gotta go up?
Way, way, way up. Because we had to go way, way, way down. Please allow me to once again thank you for your help. You may be happy to hear that the palace guards are all slowly beginning to return to their senses. It seems peace has finally been restored to the palace. You have saved everyone, including Shisui, from an untimely death. If only the Ruby Princess would open her eyes, Soy no Sato will be exactly as it was before. I suppose we must simply be grateful for how well things turned out. And now that the worst of the storm has passed and the tides have begun to calm, it is time that I came clean. Shit. So she has a whole little quest line thing. We'll do it very quickly just to get the rest of the story. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am just unsure of where to begin. The Ruby Princess who quietly slumbers on, she... Perhaps this will be easier to explain if you could just look upon her as I speak. Please follow me. Shuisui will bring her out shortly. He should be but a few moments longer. Oh, Hisui, why do you refuse to open your eyes? Akali, there is something you must know. I am not the Ruby Princess's younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. I am the Ruby Princess, ruler of Soy no Sato. The slumbering girl before you goes by the name of Hisui and is my dearest friend. We have known each other since childhood. Your Grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I been more prepared, more aware, Lady Hisui would not be in this sorry state. You see, a few days ago we received visitors from the outside. They had come to perform a court ritual. To protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers, we decided to conceal her true identity. I had her lady-in-waiting, Hisui, take her place, as she and Her Highness bear a great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives. I was confident no one would notice the switch. I was right. That is why, when proceedings commenced, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend they summoned, and now, well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disasters, severe restrictions on who could enter and exit Shisui of the Violet Tides has always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When wraith after wraith began appearing, however, I was left with little choice. I whisked Her Highness away to the village and had her pretend to be the Ruby Princess's sister, Kurenai. Kurenai, that was the name I had before my mother passed away, and I assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me by growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me, from the best of times to the worst of times, all the laughter and tears we shared. Hisui, is this truly where it ends? Forgive me, Your Grace. This is my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shisui, there is nothing to forgive. None of us could have predicted this would happen. You are no more to blame for what happened than I am. Akali, now you know everything. I hope you do not think less of me for my lie. Now that everything has been settled, I shall be departing from Soy no Sato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as Ruby Princess, it's my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, Your Grace. Where would you have us go? It's true. It's absolutely true, Sprightly. No, Shuisai. I shall be embarking upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Grace has made it clear that she would have me remain behind. Mistress Akali, might you accompany her in my stead? I do in fact have things to do. While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul has long departed. I fear that no amount of rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that in traveling with you, it'll make it easier for Her Grace to come to terms with the tragic fate of her friend. Until such time she must face this truth, however, I ask, nay beg, that you keep her safe. Well, we're not gonna do all of that. Or we will finish this up. You are offering to accompany me on my travels? That is incredibly generous of you, thank you. I shall give you some time to prepare before leaving Soino Sato. Please come find me as soon as you are ready to go. Well, we're not gonna do that. We may have to do it eventually. In fact, she becomes a delivery person for crafting, so eventually I do believe I will have to finish that up. But it is not this day. Actually, I have a better idea. Because we need to get this show on the road. And I am out of sippies. Where the hell have I been? Good question. We fulfilled our end of the bargain. Now it is their turn. What do you think it will be? Some sort of secret weapon or elaborate plan? I can't wait to find out. It is good to see you again, my friends. Have you brought the Magitama? Oh yeah, the Magitama. Your return with the Yasakani no Magatama, I trust. Well, that man talks way slower than I do. Yes, there is no mistake. Well done. Well done. So, about the Red Kojin, you said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells. Are you ready to tell us now? I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred of treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune into our homes. Gladly we will aid your cause. All is ready, Sorban. Then give them what they require. This is a ceremonial knife of some sort? Before this blade, that which is sealed shall open, the treasure vault of the Kojin on the Isle of Zeki. It is there that our most prized relics, be they of red or blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, their response would by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from realms around to defend their treasures. And were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service to the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call as well, giving the Confederacy signs that they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have nearly enough troops. Sorry to hold off the pirates. However, you must understand that the vault is holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying the proper respects is a sacrilege we cannot condone. So if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be alright. Great. How do we do that again? The Yasakani no Magitama is one of the 3 most coveted treasures in the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others and thereby make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass and instead delight in your mischief-making. So if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it to their treasure vault? More or less. The Yasakani no Magitama belongs on the Isle of Zeki. So long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied. The Magitama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, you would never have found it, and we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Soino Sato. Look for the cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors. Oh, I'm just leaving. This is going to work, I'm sure of it. I just hope Gogetsu and the others are alright. Right then, I'm not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavily guarded treasure vaults, but if this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, then so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger the better. The kind where you'll wish you had 7 of your most battle-hardened friends at your side. Much like her brother, Alice also loves it when a plan comes together. I don't know about you two, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too! Let's do this! Right then, not left to say then. To the Isle of Zeki. Right, let's go and find that cave. I always have a hard time finding this entrance. But we should be alright. I think this might be a duty coming up, so we are going to want to separate ourselves.
It sounded like it was gonna be a dungeon.
She said 7 of your most battle-hardened friends. Which makes it a trial. I hope you didn't waste too much energy swimming here. Once the fighting starts, I doubt we'll have a moment to rest. Assuming this is the right cave, it should lead us straight into the heart of the Isle of Zeki. Have you got a plan for once we get into the Isle? How about the 2 of us get the guards' attention while the 3rd heads straight for the vault? Afterwards, the other 2 can join them there, and together we make a stand. With our numbers, it's not feasible to do anything more complicated, I think. Fine by me. I like simple plans. I'll be the one of the decoys, then. You read my mind. I also had a mind to ask Akali to be the one, given her peerless martial prowess. Then it's settled. You 2 will make your way through the stronghold, creating as much chaos as possible. You know, have some fun. Meanwhile, I will attempt to locate the vault and gain entry with the ceremonial knife. When I'm inside, I'll contact you via Link Pearl. Right. Come on, Akali, we've got work to do. I'm swimming, I'm swimming. I don't want to kill the stingrays. Oh, cool, he's on that dude. There we go. You're a sight for sore eyes. I hope Alistair's alright too. Akali, niece, can you hear me? I found the vault. Head northwest. There's a passage leading deeper within. Hurry! Don't know if this is the right way. Come on, you red bastards. Is this the best you can do? There you are. The entrance is straight ahead. Good timing, I might add. Sounds like the whole garrison is headed straight for us.
Thieves! Thieves! Come to steal our most precious treasures? You will pay for this sacrilege!
That's the spirit. Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
Seize them!
What in the world?
Who hath made us whole? Hark! A great kami stirs. Yes, yes, a great kami of the sacred treasures. O great kami, we beseech your intercession. We who have guarded your blade and glass for generations, your faithful Kojin.
It was I who made you whole.
Thou didst freely deliver our jewel unto thine enemy's own treasure vault? How auspicious we do commend thee, daughter of man. Such audacity is deserving of celebration, exaltation, a contest of wills to mark the occasion. Let lines be drawn, let sides be chosen, and for their loyalty we shall stand with the caretakers of our greater part.
Oh, perfect. A contest of wills, just what we need.
Hearken to us, shelled ones. Upon this day your wish shall be granted. Curse neither your fate nor its executor, children of man, for we are of the divine, of both heaven and earth, the ringing silence, the raging calm. All riseth and falleth at the whim of capricious fortune. Assume your marks upon the stage and embrace the coming chaos. We are Susano, and in revelry do we rejoice.
That's a primal standing in front of us, right?
And a horde of angry Kojin at our backs. Oh, this contest is getting worse by the moment. Lise, help me clear a path. Leave them to us and save your strength. You'll be needing it soon enough.
Make way! Make way!
Spoil not your appetite for the feast, children of man. The dish will be served whether you will it or no.
Susano's the best. That man loves fighting. All right. We should definitely talk strategy before we do anything else. That was not part of the plan. A Kojin primal was most definitely not part of the plan. Though I'm sure there's a perfectly logical explanation involving the aether stored in the treasures and the religious fervor for which the Kojin guard them, or something. A pity Elfino isn't here to provide it. And just when I thought our fortunes had changed, I swear, if Soroban and his people knew this might happen. No, somehow I doubt that. Even the Red seems surprised by what happened. All rises and falls at the whim of capricious fortune, doesn't it? Then the same goes for him. We have to defeat that primal. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were fighting. I don't hear the music. I'm sorry.
Okay, you were reading the stuff.
I would have waited for you. Feel bad. Alisaie may not have the best plan, but she has the only one. As before, our numbers limit our options. I wish I could claim to have a brilliant plan, but I don't. All I have is a desperate one. Lise, you and I will do our best to draw the Kojin away from the primal. We'll lead them on a wild dodo chase all over this isle. The rest of the plan, I'm afraid you can guess. I'm sorry, Akali, I truly am, but neither of us can even approach Susano, much less hope to defeat him, which means you're on your own. Well, who knows? She does have an awful lot of adventurer friends. Maybe some of them decided to take a fishing trip up to the Far East and are surprisingly close by. Yes, and I speak fluent Hingan. Come on, there's no point in putting this off. He hate you. Yeah, I'm not hearing the music. I wonder if it's because we're... I don't know. Look at our battle music, which is why I don't know you're under attack. There you go. Let me know when you've got the... Oh.
He was attacking me too.
Sorry, honey. You okay? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Let me know when you got it unlocked. Because I think you were interrupted, right?
Yeah, I was. I was almost there.
Alright,
Hey.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, you got a lot to do tank-wise in this one. Nani? We wait? Why we wait? I want to go now. There are people. There we go. It's like, how dare you? Massacre. I bet half of these people are gonna be in there with us. Was that Catboy before that I blamed for our problems? Massacre. You got this, Zach. Yep. Every expansion is like 10 more levels. Up to level 90. Okay, Paladin's got a stance on, so don't worry about it at the moment.
Let the rebels begin!
Let him do a little bit, and then you can throw your tank stance on, because you probably will pull X. So actually, Q, you're gonna want to be behind here with... Well, never mind. These circles are happening. But you want to be directly behind him as much as you can be. Ooh, this Paladin is impact. Yeah. So stay where you are, actually. Don't move. Now, he's gonna create a straight line where you got first. Yep. So now we all stack. There we go. That just meant you were gonna be the one with the stack. What happens after that is he'll create a straight line that we all have to stand in. So the closer that person is, the easier it is to shoot. Yep, you need to take the boss.
The seas part for we alone.
Sorry, Calvin. Into the line? out of the circles. You stay where you are if you're still maintained, and you are. To be fair, I wasn't really hit. But I think both the White Mage and I were just like...
The seas part for we alone!
So... I'm gonna have to stand again. Lightning clouds in the distance are gonna make paths, or, they're gonna, not paths, but various sleep spots. Woo, Jamie. That was spicy.
The seas part for we alone!
Going all the way up front? Yeah, I wish this.
Our hearts sing in the chaos!
Okay, so your first tank, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into this middle section, and you need to slap your. Well, there's gonna be a spot just for you. Oh, Paladin's gonna do it first. So what you're gonna do... Hey, look, yeah, that's the thing. Paladin's gonna do it first. What you need to do is run around the arena and grab all the balls. Don't let them touch the Paladins. Yeah, I grabbed it. I was worried. Alright, now you're gonna be in the middle.
Now it's my turn?
Yep. There you go, good job. Oh, he took it from you. Well, that's dangerous, but... No, he took it. You don't have it.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. That's dangerous. So he has, because he has a weakness. I guess it doesn't do so much. He should have let you do it, though. It's a cool thing to do. Get out of that.
Resilient souls, I salute you!
I'm sorry. Okay? Yeah, because you should have gotten to do it. I've never done it myself. Oh, this is Susano.
Earth and stone at our beck and call!
So someone's been randomly put into a rock. You don't have to mess with this, but it will always be at the person at the bottom of your aggro list.
This dude is insistent on standing exactly where I am.
He wants to take it really badly.
Oh, but he needs to take it.
He can't. You're a warrior.
The seas part
That was a
for we
tank buster,
alone!
my dear. Because I will, I'll get you sorted. I think I can take off Perilous. I cannot take off that Perilous. Ah!
Earth and stone at our beck and call!
Try and get my bubble in.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay, you're just taking a lot of damage.
The seas part for we alone!
I've killed you. I'm sorry. I was trying to get you out of that. And then the puddles came as I was hitting it, and I was like, well,
That's okay. Anything you do is never malicious, I know.
No, I was trying to save you. I was like, no.
I know. It's not like World of Warcraft.
I was constantly malicious. That's how you just fight.
The seas part for we alone.
I'm sorry you didn't get to use. It's very cool. That's okay. The stack marker, if you take it by yourself, will kill you instantly. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, so what happens is somebody gets a little marker, you want to get up as close as possible to him. He then pushes you back and puts a stack marker on your head. Then you have to rush yourself back to the rest of the group so that you can all stack together because it's shared damage. It's shared damage for about 6 to 8 people. The tanks usually don't, the main tank should not be in the stack, because then you're turning the boss and risking cleaving. So then, if you're off tank though, you should absolutely stand in it. Because bosses will eventually cleave, so if the main tank turns around and shares and tries to take that, and Susano does a cleave, everybody dies. Because that's tank damage. You'll get it. It's easier to play DPS because you don't have a lot of responsibility, so you can just kind of like sort of watch what's happening around you. But with tanks, there's a lot of responsibility. Tanks and healers have a lot of responsibility because you've got to. Sometimes you've got to tank swap. You've got to make sure that the boss is always facing the right direction. But it's not so bad once you get the hang of it. It's true. You're a dad now, Q.
Hell yeah. I'm your father now.
Uh-oh.
Nary a peep from the shellbacks, sir. It's enough to make one wonder.
The Red have sounded the alarm. The Isle of Zeki under attack. Fierce fighting in the stronghold. The vault breached by outsiders, and strange tales from deep within. All this the Red cannot ignore. Even now, they abandon their posts and flock to the Isle. The Garleans are powerless to stop them.
I'll be damned they did it. Well, Captain, wagers notwithstanding, I dare say we will not have a better opportunity to drive the Imperials from Asari and rescue our men. On the other hand, naught was put in writing. But if your mind is made up, then that is that. I should add that if you were to change your mind, none would gainsay your decision, nor think you beholden to your past. Nor would anyone begrudge you a spot of revenge into the bargain. Like the little miss said, we knew this day would come.
I know, he's very handsome.
Isari may be a rotting husk, but at least the tavern keeper never watered down his drinks.
Well said for a temperate man.
Hear me, comrades! We made a bargain with the Eorzeans, and I mean to uphold our end of it. I mean to remind the Garleans that this is our sea, that all here belongs to the Confederacy. All that is theirs is ours for the taking, and take it we shall. We will strip them of everything they hold dear.
This one is iron. My hands will break before he speaks.
Kami, give me strength. Are you good at anything?
No.
I'd hoped this might prove more productive than blind inquiries, but I see you are determined to waste my time. Very well. Line them up. Kill one for every question he refuses to answer.
I'm surprised we didn't start with that, to be quite honest.
Hurt them, and you will get naught from me.
You have given me precisely that thus far, so what have I to lose? Mark me, samurai. I will find Lord Hien, be it with your help or with your heads.
I know, she is incredibly evil.
Confederate scum!
You missed it earlier where she was having civilians shoot each other. It was pretty buck wild.
Confederacy. They've come to save us!
Yeah. She's like, kill your parents. Do it right now.
And this after I took such pains to cow them. Even pirates have their pride, I suppose. Enough to march to their deaths, no less. Ah, the stupidity of it all. It truly is a sickness. I shall just have to lance the boil. Drain them of every last trace of honor and compassion. Every last drop.
My lady, I'm going outside.
The Kami are not finished with you yet.
I know, it's very powerful.
There's no end to them. They just keep coming.
Then we must be doing something right. We have to hold out for as long as we can. She's counting on us.
Susanoo is slain! Slain by the Shellless One!
I walked out with a powerful energy. Yeah, I just killed a god.
Is it true? Did you defeat him? Well, in that case, how do you fancy helping us keep the Kojin occupied until the Confederacy make their move? Speak of the devils, that's coming from Isari.
I think we've done all we can here. Let's withdraw and make for the village.
Right. Although, they don't seem keen to let us go.
Hear me, Kojin of the Red. We have no quarrel with you, only your Imperial masters. No more blood need be shed this day. I pray you let us go in peace.
You dare speak to us of peace? Your flesh will feed the fishes, thief! Attack!
Now's our chance. Don't worry about her, she can handle herself.
I can't let you take all the glory, can I?
Alright, let's finish this quest line and then we will be done with it for today. But I definitely wanted to get Susano done. Which we did. Oh, I don't want to go. You know what? That's okay. Is it actually... Oh, it's not. I'll just swim. It's okay. Someone else win the good swim. There is a boat. Not to here, though. There's a boat in... There's a boat here that'll take you here. And then there's a boat in Yansha that you can also take. Oh no, Sprightly. I think we're safe. I didn't see any Kojin following us. Wait here, I'm going back for Alize. She stayed behind so we could escape. So that you could escape, not me. And that was a mistake. I should have been the one to stay behind, not her. So I've got to go back. If we lose her, I'll never forgive myself. I was the one who dragged you all into this. It was my fight, not yours. I knew from the start, but I also knew I couldn't do it alone. But I've asked too much and left too much happen to you all, and I have to make that right. I have to do it on my own. So let me go, please. I'm asking you as a friend. I have to help her. You can start by finding me a towel and some bandages. Alize! What? Why are you looking at me like that? I said I was going to distract them, not make a heroic and ultimately futile last stand. Who does that anyway? For the love of... This is stupid. You're embarrassing yourself. And me. Shut up and let me have this. Right. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now then, we need to hurry back to Azari. I think one of the only places you can swim in normal ARR is Costa del Sol. I think all the rest of the water is usually pretty blacked out. They didn't follow you, did they? I gave you enough time to escape? Good to hear. My selfless act of heroism achieved the desired effect. You needn't worry, by the way. I'm not intending to make a habit of this. I don't see any soldiers. Do you think the Confederacy drove them off? Pants. Still not good enough pants. Oh, nope. We are done here. Well, this is actually the last quest of the zone. So we get the flight path here. Alright, let's do this one, and then we will truly be done. Sound good? We'll get into the new zone. Lisa's not sure what to make of Azari. Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed. Huh? Do I need to help? Oh, I'll be fine. It's nothing that won't heal. You should go after Lise. These streams are slowly becoming 4-hour streams, but that just might need to be what it is to keep us on pace. Just like the old days. The old 4-hour World of Warcraft streams. I remember you. You're the one who saved me from the Doman Catchers. Oh no, Zeth! Aw, well you will be missed. We hope you can pop in when you can. Thanks to you, we managed to rescue the fisherman and my kidnapped comrades, one of whom joined the Confederacy with me long ago. It would have broken my heart to have had to bury him. Oh, and if you're looking for the captain, you'll find him in the tavern. Have you been able to stream yourself at all, Zeth? Or are you just, like, super busy? You're not an Imperial? Is it over? Oh. Kami be praised. I was certain she would have killed us and burned Azari to the ground, or kill us after making us watch her, barricade us in our homes before putting them to the torch. Oh, Zeth. You gotta make sure you have a little bit of time for yourself. It's work to live, not live to work. But I understand. Thank you, my child. When the fighting started, I tried to run and hide, but fell and could not regain my feet. I thought for sure we would be slaughtered, but the pirates drove them off. I never thought I would see the day when the Confederacy came to our aid. Yeah, I think you're working yourself too hard. That's my expert doctorly opinion. Oh. Back already? What have you learned? At the tavern, you say? In that case, we should find Lise and speak with him together. I know. You got a plan and a goal. You got this, Seth.
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
Sooner?
Gosetsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
I wish you the very best.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to chains?
The fighting cannot have lasted long. Where are all the Imperials?
Fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
In any event, I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Asari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions, and without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add. Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
Aw, thank you,
Time for the
Zeph.
streams it has made being sick not so bad.
Aw, take care, Zeph. That's very sweet. Doma shall be free. This we swear.
An impossible claim, yet one spoken with such conviction that I cannot choose but believe it.
Of course. No worries. I am like a lore expert.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
I actually have the encyclopedias right next to my desk, so that I can be lore ready at any moment. And I also have the short story book beside me too.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
Me too, honestly.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people, then? You will go to Yansha.
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyo did there. Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
And with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your Shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
Eh? So if you wanted to get Gunbreaker up, I know if you do some side quests, you in this zone, you can unlock the Kojin Beast Tribes, and you can do them at any level, at any 60 level. If you wanted to try and get, if you wanted to try, they're dailies too, so you just gotta log in every day, do Kojin stuff. Do 60, 61 side quests on Gunbreaker, because you are quite high on Warrior as it is, so.
Yeah.
But that will have to be a you thing. According to my map, the plains of Yangsha lie to the west. Of note is the one river upon the shores of which Doma was built. This is it. We're finally headed into the heart of Doma. I can't help but be a little nervous. I do want to get us into the next zone. I think that would be a nice place to stop. Though he is less than the picture of perfect health, Gogetsu is ready to resume his journey to Yangsha. You did well, Akali. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I know the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Truly yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gift. Yangsha and my countrymen await. There is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. With me! No, I don't look cute anymore. Such is life. Man, my little skirt was really killing it. Oh. Ooh. But you won't be dungeon locked out of anything because we did the tides, so you'll be good to get your flying and all the other stuff that you want to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Meanwhile, on the shores of Othard.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
Oh, I think this is going to be very sad.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Lady Yotsuyo, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required? It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths. And then you go and ruin everything! There's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release. There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single doman. And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy it, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
I want her outfit so fucking bad. But they're not gonna give it to us. They, people have been asking for her outfit since she was introduced, and they're like, we cannot give you this outfit. Every shot that she's in is so careful, because everything about what she's wearing clips. It just constantly clips. And it's not made to do battle in. Can you imagine the amount of clipping? Like, she has, every shot she's in is framed to have the least amount of clipping.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha. Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
Yeah. I like her hairpiece, at least. I think her hairpiece is gorgeous. The spider lily. Oh, it's not a spider lily. It's some flower of death. I can't remember off the top of my head. I would have to see it again. Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yangsha and what became of her, of what lies beyond the Great Wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it, but is it wise to have this conversation here on the road, out in the open? Once your caution would have been warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yatsuyo to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist. And then, as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip in Yangsha. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let us proceed with caution. Tiger. Ooh. Oh god, this map is fucking huge. Yeah, we'll head to the Aetherite place. And then we will be done. have you been digging the story thus far? It's been cool. It's been very cool. Even if there aren't any soldiers in the village, it would be foolish to simply stride in and announce ourselves. Wait, watch me do that in just a second. Seems peaceful enough to me. There she is, the humble village of Nambai. How delicious her rice, how sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with mine own eyes, and for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. Yep, we're gonna go walk in anyway and touch that either, right? So I can go do stuff in the markets, and it's not a pain in the ass to get back. Excuse me. I gotta touch this rock. I have never seen these places, these Stormblood places, and these Heavensward places, so bustling. It's actually really, really neat to see so many people about. They used to be just ghost lands. Alright, I'll head back to our party. That's not where they are. Alright, and that is going to be it for us today. We went way over as usual, but there's good stopping points in these sorts of things. So, we will be back next Saturday at 5 p.m. EST with more Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, he just keeps living. I don't even remember his name. He's like the one name that just whoosh, it's gone. They've showed it to me a million times, and I'm like, don't know it. Don't know him. But thank you so much. I am off tomorrow. And I will be back on Tuesday with more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where we will be doing the Forest Temple immediately. And Nier Automata, where we will be starting Route B. So that will be good. Big hypes. Big loves. Goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so very, very much. I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.